Namaste and Wawanui. I'm Nanette Sarper, and today I'm doing class for my students in Pueblo, Colorado with Pueblo West Yoga, and it is a restorative class. But what's special about it is that I am using New Earth Yoga principles based on the Lemurian ancient ways, and in particular the Kaha system, which is the upgraded chakra system, and also the Lemurian calendar, which very interestingly is integrated into the chakra system. So time and the energy system of the body and of the cosmos and of the earth are one. So today is September. Today we're in the month of September. I think it's September 10. And we're in the month of the dove, the motu in Lemurian sound essence of the dove, Namu. The dove brings peace and is associated with the sacral chakra together with Fatura, the falcon. And the motu, or the chakras within the sacral chakra, are represented by nature beings. So the sacral chakra is represented by Fatura, the falcon, that brings purification, and Namu, the dove, bringing peace. And each of these are associated with medicines that come from the star constellations that are nature beings as well. So, Namu, the dove, is assisted by the medicines of Ikara, the eagle, and Uta, bear, which brings healing and evolution, and the eagle, Ikara, brings us authentic self-expression, which together with the falcon's purification energies and the dove's peace energies brings peace. So everything works together in oneness. So the chakra system is one with the calendar. So basically this is a restorative class. So movement, intention, sound and light codes. Now we're using that movement into gentle movement and stillness when we practice them in a restorative way. So that's what we're doing today. And so let's begin. So the poses that we are doing are Namu, the dove, Ikara, the eagle, and Uta, the bear, which represents the motu, or the time of September 1 to 28. And movement helps us embody these energies, and also movement helps us undo what no longer serves. So Namu, the dove, is a simple pose. It's assisted by Ikara, the eagle, and Uta, the bear. So there's movement there, and we can stay for a long time before we fall down, or some days we will stay for a short time, but now we're going to practice those three very, very restfully. Okay, so let's begin. So what we need is 3 blankets, 2 bolsters, a chair, and one mat. So we're going to start with the eagle. And I'm going to do eagle in a very gentle way, not like what I showed you. And it's actually the eagle from Hatha Yoga, but we'll do it restfully lying down. So let's begin. Okay, so I'm lying down on the mat, and I'm going to take my right leg over the left and cross it. And if you can hook. So we're not balancing here, we're just resting. You can bring that down, and so the right is over the left, so take your arms, bend at the elbows, and take the left over the right, and if you can, cross. So this is Garudasan in the Sanskrit, in Hatha Yoga, but in Kaha movement, we have now changed the sound essence to Kaha, and you can stay here, or you can move just a little bit. But this is way more restful than doing it standing up where you have to balance. And if you can't do that, then just go like this. But maybe you can, and that's good. Or just go like this. But maybe you can clasp, and that's good. And breathe. Feeling the massage into the back, into the spine, and just embodying the energies of Ikara, the ego, authentic self-expression. Okay, now you can undo. So now we're going to take the left leg over the right, or the opposite, and we're going to cross the legs, and if that's all you can do, that's fine. Or you can wrap around like I've done, and then take your arms, and now take the right elbow into the left, and that's fine if that's what you can do, but then if you can go in clasp and almost in prayer position, you can. You can stay here, or you can go like this. Okay. Okay, so this is really embodying the energies of the ego, Ikara, self-expression that is authentic, as well as movement, especially in the sacral and root chakra areas. The womb space and the sacrum, the red color of the root and the orange color of the sacral, creative power of the sacral, and nutrition and growth and community and mother and father and child of the root, weaving into the beloved planet. So now we can undo, and now we undo, and make your feet, we're just going to do a gentle twist, as wide as the mat. Bring your hands out to the side, and let's move from one side to the other very gently and slowly and easily with your intention in mind, really massaging the sacral area, the sacrum, the SI joint, that triangular bone right above the base of the spine. That's part of our pelvis or hip structure. But here lies a lot that we can undo with our intention. This is the area, the root and the sacral, where we may hold a lot of trauma, where we may hold a lot of grief or even programs or injuries. So we are moving gently with the intention of undoing that. So now let's bring our legs like this over to your right, and then take your front leg or your right leg, if you move to the right, on top of the left leg right below the knee. And this is just a gentle twist. You can turn your head to the other way if you like, for more of a twist to the action. But we're embodying the energies of self-expression of the ego, Ikara. So let's remove the leg, come back to center and go to the other side, which for me is the left side. And I take my left leg over the right, and I breathe into that little gentle stretch and turn my head in the opposite direction for a gentle twist after we have embodied the energies of Ikara, the ego, an authentic self-expression a medicine from the star constellation supporting Namu, the dove, the sacral chakra, and the month of September 1 through 28. Let's undo, and there we go. Now we're going to take our hands here. See how I brought my hands here? My hands and my arms are straight. And now we're going to go in the counterclockwise rotation, spiral, counterclockwise, feeling the massage at the hips, and knowing that the spiraling of the counterclockwise movement undoes what no longer serves, such as outdated beliefs, programs, trauma, grief, tension, whether we know what the cause of it is or not. And when we undo what no longer serves, then we are able to bring in new energy, creating and co-creating new earth. Yes, and I'm doing this with Level Up Cowork and Creation Center. Okay, so let's bring our knees down. Well, actually, let's go now in the clockwise direction, okay? Just to balance it out. We're balancing out by going clockwise and knowing that counterclockwise is what undoes what no longer serves. Okay, let's come down, and I'll rest for a few breaths, integrating the energies of the eagle, Ikara, authentic self-expression, a star medicine assisting Namu, the dove. So let's go over and get ready to get up, pushing yourself up gently. And now we're going to do the restorative version of Namu. Okay, let's go. Namu is the dove, the energy bringing peace. So what I have here is a blanket that I folded this way. And here, I'm going to bring it here because we don't need the chair. And then this is here for my head. So it's wherever your head would be. So I'm going to be lying down. So I have my hips here. I'm going to lie down. And here's my blanket. And so I'm going to go back just a little so my legs don't touch the wall. And actually, I need a block. So let me go and get one. I forgot that. Or you can get a block or a blanket or whatever. I'm going to use the block. And so I lie down again, and my legs are straight. But now I'm going to do this, and then rest this here. Okay, so we'll stay here for a time. I'm actually not using a watch, so a good amount of time to stay here would be like 5 minutes. So we'll stay as long as I feel is enough. Then we go over to the other side. So enjoy this expression of the dove in a geometry. We're actually holding a geometry or a shape when we do this pose. And so let's enjoy the geometry and the shape of this pose as we integrate the energies from the upgraded Kaha system and toy sacral chakra with the energies of the dove, Namu, assisted by Ikara, the eagle, and the bear, Uta. Enjoy. good time to practice breath, breathing fully and deeply and diaphragmatically, and resting into the stillness of the pose. So let's go over to the other side now. You can stay longer if you practice this pose. I'm just not doing it too long now. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to, using my left leg or the other opposite leg, I'm going to assume the geometry or shape of the pose of Namu that we've been doing. And now I'm going to rest into restorative, supported by the blanket. And you can use a block, or if you don't feel like you need it, you don't have to use the block. So I'll start by using it and then I'll release it. But notice the beautiful geometry of this pose of Namu, the dove, peace. So now I'm going to move out of the pose and bring my legs together, soles of the feet touch, into a butterfly position with my legs. And you can use the blocks or a blanket or a pillow or books or whatever if you need them. I'm going to start with them, then I'll take them away. And I'm going to keep my hands in this dove position. And we are now in what is often called butterfly in Hatha Yoga, or in the Sanskrit it's called Baddha Konasana, or bound angle, but often called butterfly. And in the Lemurian it's kuhuku, the butterfly, transformation. Part of the solar plexus, coming up in the upcoming months. So let's rest into this pose with the sound of peace from the dove. So now I'm going to bring my knees together, preparing to gently move out of the pose, rolling over to one side, pausing, and pushing up. So the next pose we're going to do is Utta, the bear, in a gentle, restorative way. We're moving into stillness to integrate these energies. So I'm going to take my chair and put it here. I'm going to bring this slightly closer, and it's very similar. Okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my hips right at the edge of the blanket. Come down. Rest my head and place my legs onto the chair. And see, notice how this is like the bear. And you can bring it closer. I need to bring mine a little closer. There you go. So yeah, there we go. I have the support. I have a gentle arch in my back. My chest is lifted. And my arms are in this position. So this is like what a bear does. You know, a dancing bear, for example. But we're lying down. We're not standing up. So we are totally in stillness to integrate the energies of movement, intention, sound, and light into our physical bodies, grounding from the stars all the way down to the root chakra and into the earth, embodying the energies. So let's take our bear claws like this and go in the counterclockwise position again as we intend to undo what no longer serves. Undoing what no longer serves. Okay. Okay. So it could be trauma. It could be outdated beliefs. It could be programs. It could be grief. Or it could be something we don't even know about that happened so long ago, maybe even in another lifetime, that is there, but it needs to go and be undone. The counterclockwise spirals undoes what no longer serves. And so much of what no longer serves is hidden in the root and sacral chakras, representing the area of the womb space and below, all the way down to the root of the spine and the perineum. From here all the way down. Okay, so let's take our arms and rest in this geometry of the bear. So this shape is actually a geometry that we are embodying, that comes from the healing and evolution of Utta, the bear. So let's rest. gently begin to move out of the pose. I can roll over to one side, pause for a few breaths, keep the breath flowing. A great opportunity to practice any breathing, pranayama or technique, including just diaphragmatic deep breathing. And so let's push up. And so the last pose we're going to do, or the next pose we're going to do, is a shoulder opening pose using 2 bolsters if you have them. If not, you can use blankets or whatever. So I'm going to take this shorter bolster and put it for the head. And I'll take the round bolster or another bolster, which, you know, you can use blankets or whatever you have, or, yeah, it doesn't have to be this high. And I'm going to take this here. There's a space here for your shoulder. So really this is a shoulder opening, shoulder and chest opening pose. And I'll just use this so I'm a little bit more comfortable. I think I can bring it there because the head rests there. Okay. All right. And so that's just for my comfort. It doesn't have to be there. It's softer than the mat only. So my hips are here. And I come back, lifting the chest, and I use this for my head so that my arms and shoulders just rest in between in that space. And my neck is very comfortably supported by the blanket. And so you can continue to do a hip opening, or you can straighten your legs, whatever feels right for you. This works, or this, or maybe even whatever you want to do. You know, maybe you want to do a lotus variation, if that works. If not, just like this, or straight, or bent. However, either way, all the ways work. So now I'm going to get up, and if you're doing this on your own, you can stay as long as you want. I think 10 minutes is a good amount of time. I roll over to one side, pause for a breath or two, push up, and before I exit the shoulder opening, I'm going to do the resting leopard pose by bringing my hands on the bolster, or the right here like that. And then I'm going to push back into the resting leopard, which is more shoulder opening. And then I'm going to come back up, and I'm going to now do child's pose. And the child's pose is very important in the Kaha system, because the child is the leader and is part of the root chakra, or the energies of Kopanui, of the root chakra, which is Taro in the Lemurian, Taro. Kopanui, the womb space, comes the child, assisted by the mother and father codes, and the grandfather and grandmother, sea elephant and land elephant. So let's rest in restorative Tama, child's pose. Okay, so now it is time to just lie down and rest in Shavasana. So just lie down with an open heart, a lifted chest, with the peace of the dove. Namaste, Wawanui, Wairuatapu, Ni Marana. We remember you, undistorted light.